Hello, gals, blokes, and all other folks. Welcome to the penultimate episode of Hazbin Hotel Season 2. Today, we are here with Season 2, Episode 7, Weapon of Mass Distraction. Interesting. I wonder how just how literal that is. Are they going for like a Trojan horse kind of vibe? Like I know Vox lured Lucifer in and said now we have our power source. I almost wonder if there's going to be some kind of Trojan horse scenario where or actually Trojan horse isn't even the right word. Like something that heaven will think is a Trojan horse but is actually just a distraction, you know? Some big weapon. How crazy would it be? How insane would it be? I'm throwing out a very off-the-wall prediction here, partially because I can't think of who they would have on their team that would deserve this, but we had Vox asking do you think I could be redeemed? And so I wonder if somehow the V's plan is if they've somehow figured out how to jerry-rig redemption. Maybe even with Baxter's help. Imagine if Baxter has actually also been a double agent this whole time. He already mentioned he's working for Vox and was studying redemption. So what if... This is a crazy theory. I almost hope I'm not right, because then I will have spoiled it for myself and also no one will believe me. But my all-in prediction is going to be that the V's are setting up some kind of huge ultimate weapon to draw all of Heaven's attention, and then behind the scenes, they are secretly somehow redeeming someone as a behind-the-scenes agent who's going to be able to sneak up past Heaven's defenses and cause mayhem behind the lines. That is my, absolute nonsense crazy prediction that I am putting all of my energy into now, and we will see whether or not I'm right. But for now, it has been a wild ride with some ups and downs through Season 2. We've got so many plot threads set up that I'm so curious how they're going to do it. I'm glad Episode 8 is longer so that we can hopefully have a little bit of better pacing there. But that's for tomorrow's video. For right now, we're doing Episode 7, so without any further ado, Weapons of Mass Distraction. Pew! Oh, right, duh. I was like, what is Lucifer doing? I already forgot what I had said in my own intro, which is I know exactly where Lucifer is going. Into a trap.
Every day is for the day with me, yeah. Charlie?
I hope that counts as one of the songs and ends up on streaming. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a full cover of Best Dad Ever.
Charlie! Your father has arrived.
Buddy,
you know,
put things together.
The serial killer aesthetic is new, but you know, whatever you're into.
Oh, Lucifer.
Gotta follow those dreams, right?
Oh,
I know. Is this one of those pranks?
It's not.
Are you pranking me right now? That's so fun.
How does he not see all the Vox? I mean, I guess he didn't whatever.
Sorry, Dad.
Wait, you're not Charlie.
You're doing so great.
Oh, real cute. Very amusing. When I get out of here, I will show you sloppy.
Hey, could you both shut up, please?
You're ruining his moment.
I know you.
But, you know, I am married. Still, I think.
I think.
For my new friend, Carmilla Karma.
And he's a fallen angel. That's
nice
bad.
Name drop. I have no idea who that is.
Well, you see, she...
How is Lucifer so out of touch?
Yeah, nobody cares, man. Look, you were a failure in life, and you're a failure now, okay?
Oh, Lucifer.
Interesting. That's actually fascinating to me. That's actually genuinely really intriguing. The fact that we have him, the whole point is these sinners are terrible, they can't be redeemed. He said that in Season 1, and then I'm stuck down here with all these terrible people and can't do anything about it. That's why he doesn't care. He genuinely views it all as beneath him. That's actually kind of fascinating. That's why he doesn't care about the going-ons of them, because he's just they're all sinners. They all suck. Why would I pay attention to them? They're not a threat. They're not important. They're just the bottom of the barrel. That's actually interesting.
You should be much more worried than that.
In a show with better pacing, we would have explored it
It's not
better.
like there's anything you can do to kill me.
Ooh, okay, Christian Borle.
That's it for today. And remember, trust us with your weather. Rome wasn't.
Is this Vox? Is this fascinating? Absolutely fascinating. Trust us with your weather. Interesting. Okay, I'm so intrigued. Yeah, give me some good Christian Borle vocals.
To the top of the display.
That's what he wanted. He hated just being the weather guy.
There's a way to make the weak obey. Today we mourn the loss of one of our own.
Interesting. Okay. All right, fair enough. I mean, that's relatively basic. You know what I am intrigued by? Heterochromia. That's such an interesting detail to give him. I wonder if that's some kind of his, like, obsession with image, as I wonder if he was, like, bullied for that. I wonder if we'll see in this flashback people, like, calling him a freak or, like, a mutation, even though heterochromia is so cool.
Hey, brighter, brighter than the heavens in the skies above. But I promise, you can trust me with your entertainment.
And it went from trust us to trust me, just like exactly what's happening. He is repeating his own past sins. I mean, the fact that he's literally actively repeating his sins from on Earth will make me really mad if somehow they pull off like a Vox redemption in the next 2 episodes. I'm not saying ever, but definitely not yet.
It's not a shot in the dark.
Oh, he's even his producers?
Not cancel every question.
Oh, that was cool.
On their hearts. They're calling me
What's
a god.
the point? Why take out all of those people? You were already interesting.
Bob, you gotta strike while the iron's hot. Leave the channel to me. I'll bring in more.
A whole week of just sharks. Did you know shark skin feels like sandpaper? That's true! Shark skin is actually made of a bunch of tiny scales that are the same material as their teeth. And so, actually, that's only half true. If you pet a shark downward from head to tail, it actually feels extremely smooth, but as soon as you go the opposite direction, it feels like sandpaper. And actually, larger sharks are enough where, like, literally like a great white skin is made of just a bunch of teeth, essentially, where if you were to run your hand the wrong direction among a larger shark's skin, you would actually tear your skin. That's your fun fact. Ironically, I actually considered making today's ad rants about sharks, and there are 3 ads, so if I get through the actual economic rant I was gonna do during the ad, then the 3rd ad break might be about sharks because I'm obsessed with them. Anyways, thousands of ads, your product here, color television is the future, mind-blowing special effects, 24 hours of news, every day, it never ends, nothing to report, we'll make it up. New sponsor, Cola Juice, now with more cocaine. Absolutely incredible. Okay!
You'll be brighter, going supernova all the eyes.
So he's just a mass murderer. Like, it's not even for a reason anymore. He just got the taste. Like, the first couple kills were for a purpose to further his own goal, and once he got a taste, he just kept going. That's the only explanation.
You do the same old crap everyone's seen before. You want new, you want bigger. Trust me, and your future will be brighter.
Interesting. You know what's... Oh, wait, actually, hold on.
Who's ready
Baptized.
to be baptized into a new era of entertainment? Pride!
All right. I'm going to be very careful internally and externally with this one, because I think one of the biggest plagues in fandoms, other than like just abject toxicity, is people who come up with their own fan theories and then act like it's bad writing when those theories don't come true. So I'm trying really hard not to do that here, because that's what my heart wants to do. I was really hoping that Vox was going to be a mega church pastor. That felt very, with like the, oh, you mean the cult? It wasn't a cult, it was a movement. And then the way he approaches things, and even like Vox Populi versus Vox Dei, felt like I was really hoping the reason that he was so TV coded specifically is because in life he was a televangelist. Which is also would fit in very well with like all of the religious theming of the show. So just the fact that even once he went full cult leader, it was kind of just trust me. I'm a little sad it wasn't televangelist. And also, I'm not going to pretend like it's a flaw to the show that it didn't go with my personal theory, even though I would have preferred it did. Oh! So was Serpent just killed by a snake? Because now we have Vox with the deer, and then we have him with the TV falling on his head. Fascinating. What a good shot. Fascinating. All right. Not my favorite song, but fascinating bit of backstory, fascinating bit of everything. I am a fan. You know what I'm not a fan of? 2 minutes of ads. But you know what else I am a fan of? Telling you guys about the economic blackout that's happening this week. I've mentioned it on the channel a couple of times, but I haven't really mentioned why. I've seen people in the comments being like, what difference is it going to make just a week of changing the way we do things? I have a couple answers to that. Number one, any kind of limited time protest is not all we have. It is a look what we are capable of. Some people were like, why only a week? That's not actually going to affect the company's bottom line that much. No, it's proof of concept. If it's look at what we can do in a week, imagine if changes are not made, what we are capable of doing. But far, far more importantly than that, what's crucially important is giving the money back to our own community. It is not a complete economic blackout because that is unreasonable for some people, frankly. That is unsustainable, and also that will harm small local businesses. We want to keep supporting small businesses, even online. That one, like, you're still kind of contributing depending on to like big companies like FedEx and UPS, but those are kind of required for the country to keep running. So even small online companies like the Gilded Tiefling, look at the way I got a sponsor in there. Is that bad? Should I not do a sponsorship during my anti-capitalist rant? I don't know. Is that muddling my own image? A Gilded Tiefling is a local company. This is exactly the kind of small business you should support, regardless of my sponsorship with them. We only have 15 seconds left in this ad, but when we get to the next ad break, please make sure you're paying attention because I desperately want to explain why supporting local actually makes a difference. Sound good? Let's go back to Hazbin.
Where are you, Dad? Look, I apologized 14 times and I sent a whole flock of duck emojis.
You know, Charlie, one quick admission of guilt is something important. I thought about what you said, blah, 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 blah. But for someone who sang a whole song about it, you're really bad at starting with sorry!
Let me just try him one more time. I think they've... What the fuck?
Stand by for an emergency box tech announcement.
Demons of hell, I am...
No! No! Stop!
Try him one more
I am
time.
famous porn star Angel Dust. You may know me from such films as Step Brother Gets Stuck in a Hula Hoop, but what the princess wants you to believe that peace is an option.
This is
but
so
take
upsetting.
It from someone who already fought
This is
the
so
angels
upsetting.
once. And the only way to fight back is by following the V's.
Thank you.
God, that's awful. V's defense protects Hell's citizens through future extermination. This is better than the one. Okay.
Angel, it's great to complete the mission our dear queen began almost a decade ago.
That's a pretty generous rounding up, I gotta say. 7 years, almost a decade. Eh.
The might of Lilith!
Not calling it the might of Lilith. God, he really is going straight for Charlie's heart with this one.
Should we see if the neighbors are home?
Are they just straight up gonna... Loot, I don't want to validate you. Everything you want to do is for the wrong reasons. That being said, you sang a really cool song about storms coming and you're gonna come down like gravity. Now would be the time. If you had to pick a time, now would be just and then go back up and we all good. Like, you sang a really cool song. Please, as much as I don't approve of why you're doing what you're doing, if there was any time to not be all bite, no bark.
That tickle. Oh, that's a bad tickle. Oh, that's a bad tickle.
Oh, that's a bad tickle. Oh, it's working. This is supposed to be the good place. The Good Place is a great show and everyone should watch it. It has a fantastic take on moral relativism as well as the actual concepts of ethical consumption through capitalism and how it's basically impossible, but no one needs to be perfect. You just have to wake up being better than you were yesterday. I strongly recommend The Good Place to anyone who hasn't watched it. Literally my favorite television show of all time.
What's happening?
No! But he was watching the gate! What's falling? What's falling? Is that angels? Are those angels falling? Oh, he can broadcast to him now that it's not...
Hey there, Heaven.
Oh, this is bad!
You have 24 hours to surrender the kingdom
An
of heaven,
ultimatum?
or you'll have a front row seat to the next extermination.
So here's the question. Can angelic steel also kill winners permanently? We know they can kill sinners. We know it can kill angels. We don't know if it can kill Hellborn. And we don't know if it can kill winners. But I'm assuming that it probably can.
Get this place secured. Go on. Come on, baby. Let's get inside.
Oh my gosh. No, what awful timing for another 2.5 minute ad. Oh God, this is horrible. Everything is going so bad. They are like halfway through the penultimate episode. They are through Heaven's barriers. That means this last episode and a half are going to absolutely pop off. Everything is going awful. But you know what isn't awful? Supporting local businesses. Let's talk about why and why it actually makes a difference. Because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, supporting local, like conceptually, of course, supporting small businesses is good because they're more like me. But from an actual economical standpoint, it is superior to support smaller businesses. You know why? Because they put that money back into their own communities. Imagine if you had lived in a town of 100 people and there were 2 people who sat on this massive pile of gold, okay? And then every time you gave them money for something, they just tossed it onto their pile of gold. That money's gone. For all intents and purposes, that money is no longer functioning in the circulation of your society. Suddenly, everyone has less to work with. Suddenly, people are going to have a harder time finding ways to continue paying. And the more we give them, the more they take. Suddenly, the other 98 people are now sitting here with half of the money they used to still do everything that they needed to still pay for goods and services. So now they're paying for less, and now those people are getting less, and it creates this vicious cycle. When you are buying something from the billionaires of the country, that money is going next to nowhere. Obviously, they're going to put some of it back. Yes, they spend money, but so much of it is going into essentially what is a Scrooge McDuck dragon hoard of unfathomable wealth. But when I go spend money, instead of going to McDonald's, I will go to the local restaurant. Yeah, it's a little bit more money, but not that much these days. A Burger King meal is double digits at this point, and I can get a really good, full hand burrito from my little locally owned stand for $13. That's not much, and you can probably get more from other places. And we have a third ad break this one. We're already back. I talked a little bit slower than I expected. At our third ad break, I want to talk to you about how you can find some of those alternatives and why it's so important. I'm so sorry you don't get your shark rant today. Maybe next episode. You're going to send her into a breakdown. Yeah.
You know, I think you both make some good points.
No, she doesn't.
Hot take. Is this show a little too centrist? Is this show a little too... Both sides have their goods and bads. Just a little too much? Because, like, yes, they do both have good points, but by phrasing it in that way without actually diving into the nuance, they both have good points does not mean they have equal footing. And when you say something like they both have good points without diving into the nuance, the automatic image you give your audience is they are on equal footing. And I admittedly had a bit of that issue when I was re-watching last week's episode. I didn't think of it during the reaction. But the fact, like, Vox is bad. Vox is a bad person doing things for bad reasons. And also, making the bad guy be the one calling them out for genocide, and, like, making the character who genuinely stands up to objective genocidal oppression being the same character making the Make Hell Great Again jokes, the Führer jokes, and being the one criticizing the gift baskets. That's a bit of a muddled image, I'll be honest. I don't know. I feel like this show, this show either needs to just keep itself to hell and heaven in a completely fictional sense and have it be basically yin and yang, or they need to draw real life parallels. You can't do both without spending more time on the healthier aspects of the nuance. Does that kind of make sense? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think of that. But, like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see where it goes from here.
What I need to do. The souls I hold in my hands.
No, but he knows what it was like to let people die.
I truly am.
Someone who could maybe use a friend to talk to?
Perhaps you're right.
Pinches, you're the best character.
When so many that might have been saved have been slain because of me.
Yeah.
How
See,
can you
that's,
even
there we go. That's good nuance. Like, what's so fascinating, here's what it is. Here we go. Now I have my actual take on the politics of Hazbin Hotel. When you are focusing on only one side or only the other, the nuance, the morals, and the politics are actually extraordinarily well written. Even what, like, Lute is saying independently, what Sarah is saying independently, Charlie, even Vox, all of them in a vacuum are actually genuinely written really well with some fascinating conversation about the morals of a situation. But as soon as you pit those morals against each other, all of that nuance dies and breaks down and creates just essentially what becomes toxic centrism, because they create two sides with interesting nuance that is well written, and then as soon as they put them together, they use the, look at all of this nuance. That means both sides are equal. They're just two sides of the same coin. Are they though? Are they? Like, yeah, that's my official take. Every individual character, and even just heaven in a vacuum and hell in a vacuum, has very well written and interesting nuance, but as soon as they are pushed together, things get really muddy, and I hope they handle it better in season 3.
plain humans have...
Pinch's Sarah song?
Humans are afraid. All of us. All the time. More teeth are that bad.
When you're that scared, teeth are that bared. Oh my god, we're actually kind of hopping into some of the stuff that The Good Place talks about. What I just said is my favorite show earlier. The kind of idea that, like, it's so difficult to be purely and truly good in the circumstance that humanity is put into.
Anything to just so you can live to see a ray of sunshine, live to fail a million times.
Listen to these. You can't listen to them because I can't get the instrumentals into the YouTube video. Ah! Go find the original one and listen to these strings. They're like bum 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 dun 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 of the strings is so peak.
Just so you can until you finally yell Eureka!
Yes!
Find a way to live again tomorrow.
Some would kill to live again tomorrow is such a messy line when I say it verbally, but was absolute peak when they said it in song form. I went to repeat it and I was like, wow, that sounded so much messier coming out of my mouth verbally, but sung, absolutely incredible.
In the battle with Adam, you feared your death to save another's life.
Love.
Something had changed in you. How does a guilty soul shed their sin?
How does a guilty soul shed their sin? Talking to a snake is brilliant. These vocals, something had changed in you. Like, so like gospel-y. This is so good. Let me remind myself, who? Yeah, I love Patina Miller. Do I know them from anything else? I don't remember. I love the way that their timbre is really shining through on this.
Starts with sorry.
Stop it! Oh gosh! Wait, why is... Hold on. That was weird. I don't know why it wasn't... Hold on. I thought I paused it. Oh, hold on. I think... What? I'm so overwhelmed right now. Okay, hold on. Oh, to bring back It Starts With... I am the #1 It Starts With Sorry defender. I am so in love with that song. It means the absolute world to me. It is probably my opinion for most underrated song of season 1. Not best song, but any of the songs I think are better than It Starts With Sorry are the ones that almost everyone loves. Like, that one is so underrated. And to bring that back a second time here is incredible.
It starts with sorry.
With the blinking still! With the blinking still!
With sorry.
Bring, bring.
Though it cannot just end
Yes!
Learned from Charlie.
It starts with sorry, though it cannot just end there. Again, so well written. This is so good.
First, you must prove you care.
To live to earn my own redemption. Lead the roads to a better new day.
Oh my god, I want to cover this so bad, and I don't know whether I want to be Sarah or Pinchas. Can I be both? Would that be egotistical if I just choose to be both despite knowing so many amazing cover artists and potential collaborators?
Prove you care.
Live to end the cosmic tension. Pursue
It starts with Charlie?
If it prevents the fight, then ooh, live again tomorrow.
I can already tell. I can just already feel in my bones, due to the structure of that song, that is going to be one of the songs that the fandom considers weak. And I can already tell that I am going to have to be its only defender, just like It Starts With Sorry. That's peak, and no one can tell me otherwise. Oh, wow.
Versions of hashtag Pearlygate trending pentagram
True.
wide if you give it more than 10 seconds of lead time.
Also, another outfit change. She is slaying every outfit in this entire show.
Support to take on heaven.
I want all the overlords there to witness my moment of triumph.
Hey, Mr. Ego, you're forgetting the cult part of being a cult leader. It's not just you propping yourself up. You need others. You
Don't you
ding-dong.
mean our moment?
We need to have a united front against heaven.
You're actively dividing your front.
She's right, you know. Why do you think so many have yet to fall in line?
You haven't even proven you're the strongest in hell. This is what he's been setting up for. Who would he have to defeat to prove he's the strongest? I mean, Alistair is supposedly the strongest sinner in hell. So either Alistair is trying to set up Vox to defeat Alistair, which would then make Rosie have to make him more powerful because he wouldn't be the strongest sinner anymore. Or maybe he's trying to get Vox to go after Rosie somehow. But how is that going to be connected with the deal he made with Charlie? And the deal he made with Vox not to touch Charlie.
I was strong enough to beat you, wasn't I?
You didn't
with
beat
the
him.
help of your little friends.
There we go.
You've been begging for help all around hell. It's pathetic. You couldn't even get Charlie to admit you bested her. There's nothing you could do to break that girl's spirit.
Why is he goading her against Charlie? Because Vox can't lay a finger on her. That was part of their deal. Maybe somehow, like, I don't know. My immediate thought was maybe if Vox gets mad enough and does lay a hand on Charlie, then that'll, like, break the deal and make Alistair somehow stronger. But I don't know how breaking the deal with Vox would automatically make him stronger. Charlie still owes him a favor, but it's explicitly not a favor to harm anyone, so he can't turn her on Vox. What are you planning, Al?
You have no idea what I'm capable of.
Just when you're dead, I'll be free again.
We'll see.
What are you planning, dude?
Yes, Seraphim. We have less than a day before the forces of hell attack. I have no choice. Prepare the troops. It will be
But defensively?
my pleasure.
Is she gonna say... I wonder if she's gonna say, but it has to only be defense. Like, we can't even meet them halfway, it's only if they come for us.
Sarah, please, no!
Also, you know what's fascinating? We made it past the third little ad bubble without an ad break. But I had one more thing to talk about.
And tell them to stand by.
There you go. There it is.
You will have to remain done, letting fear guide my decision.
That's the right choice. Like, prepare them for battle, and then try to establish peace once you're prepared for the alternative. Obviously. I'm so glad we finally figured that out.
You are the one, but I know I believe in you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Lou, what you doing?
Move all of that over there. Let's make sure.
That's so sweet. I love this so very much. Oh my gosh, whoa, unexpected ad. The ad's not actually here. I just want to do my last rant. And luckily, the comments all say they love the ad rant. So hopefully you're not going to be upset at this. I'm going to keep this one really short. There are so many options that people like are so underrated on for quick food. Searching up like food carts in the area and tracking them on like Instagram and things like that. Those are all going to be inherently local. So like, so many people, I'm like, why do we even still go for fast food? I have tried my hardest to avoid fast food lately, and every once in a while I'll still cave. But like, the other day I was coming home from rehearsal and I was like, I really just need something. And instead of stopping by McDonald's, I literally stopped by like the local gas station convenience store that's owned by the uncle of one of my students. Because I live in a smaller town. And I stopped by that little convenience store and I got myself one of their just delicious little small burritos and fries out of their little thing. It was great. It was like $5. It filled me as much as like a McDonald's meal for literally half the price. Find food trucks. Don't be above convenience stores. There are so many options that are either better food or cheaper than fast food. You can find fast food comparable things at every gas station convenience store, and that is supporting local businesses in a way that benefits your own community and puts the money back into the pockets of people who will actually spend it on good things. Or if you're not looking for same quality cheaper, you can get higher quality at the same price from your average food cart or small hole-in-the-wall Mexican place. You just have to look into it, do a little bit of research, find what works. These companies have sold themselves on convenience. And as soon as we can get out of our heads that convenience is worth money, then the entire world opens for us. That's the biggest, as soon as we can I've never even heard anyone else say that before, and now, like, that's the platform I stand on. As soon as we can convince ourselves that convenience isn't inherently worth money, everything changes for the better. You don't need 2-day shipping. But that small business that'll get you a better product in 7 days needs that money more than Amazon does. You don't need a drive-through. But that hole-in-the-wall Mexican restaurant that can get you the food for the same speed, if you just have the dignity to get out of your car and go up to the counter, needs the money more than the McDonald's Corporation does. They have sold us on convenience. That is the only selling point they have left. Because as soon as you eliminate convenience, you can either get the same quality for cheaper or the same price and higher quality. And there's no reason not to do it. Support local, especially this week, and then once you've gotten used to it, just keep doing it. There's no reason not to. Don't let them drain your money for convenience. It's not worth it.
Sure everything's secure, upstairs and downstairs. Let's get a move on. Let's go, 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 go.
There is not enough time to mount a successful rescue operation and prepare the hotel's defenses.
I'm glad he can. I'm so sorry, Baxter. I hypothesized that you were going to be a double agent in the intro, and I'm so sorry for doubting you.
Logic dictates we need to take care of those of us still here.
Mom?
Hey there, princess.
Oh, I really thought she was actually going to somehow. Hi, Shockwave. You're so cute.
You free? No need to get hysterical.
God, he's the worst.
I just wanted to invite you to... I know, you and I haven't always seen eye to eye.
His profile picture of her is a little funny, unfortunately.
You know? So why don't you come join us so we can
bury the hatchet? I knew it.
What did you do to him?
What are we setting up?
I don't know what he's up to, but
I mean, it's not like any other solutions are falling out of the sky.
She believes in redemption and she wants to find a peaceful solution with hell. She'll help us help.
And the only problem is, if we don't succeed in doing so, Loot has permission to gather all of her armies to attack the moment we fail at creating ultimate peace.
However she can, but first we have to get hell to call off their attack and what? Hell can broadcast to heaven. I'm sure we can do the same. But
Pinch us!
backwards.
Pinch us! Pinch us! And Baxter's gonna help! Yes! Pinch us to the rescue!
Vox has been pirating Heaven's television channels for decades.
What?
And some of Earth's too.
What?
Wait.
Yes.
why?
Well,
yeah.
You made sure that my blankets were always folded at my requested 45-degree angle to make it more tuckable to my liking.
I'm so sorry for ever doubting you, Baxter.
It would take someone in heaven with an intellect equivalent to mine to...
invent a way to make Heaven's completely alien technology compatible with hell.
You want me to invent something?
Yes!
The snake?
Okay.
Yeah! Go deep!
Woo! Thanks, buddy.
Wait, who are you?
He's been here the whole time.
He's been here the whole time.
Exactly.
You know what? I'll introduce you later. You joining us?
Fuck no! That is scary.
I'm glad you at
When
least...
I think about the future, I see a better place.
Okay.
Everyone, 'cause when I'm with you, the rest is all easy, baby.
If we plot the right maneuvers, we'll chart a course to win.
And blow up any cunts who would fight us.
Fair.
And then we begin to prevent the war and find a way to...
Stab, stab. Also, I can't believe this is the first, Charlie, Emily duet we get since Hell is Forever reprise, aka one of the coolest moments in season 1.
Soon I'll be up there.
Oh, we're just
The
getting
one
a
and
full
only
reprise
true
of
God.
everything.
No more playing house. Once they're devoured, I won't need a squad.
Do we have confirmation on how many seasons this is going to be? Because we know that Viv is very, very much so a, obviously, huge Broadway person. A song like this, where we're getting little reprises of everything, is so often used to set up, like, the Act 1 finale. I really wonder if this show is going to be 4 seasons total, and this is setting up for, like, essentially what's gonna feel like the big Act 1
Climb
finale.
the stairway up to heaven live on every
The
TV.
finale to the first half,
Always
you
knew
know?
the guy they're praying to was gonna be me. Once I
Not
get up
us.
there.
You will fuck it up.
Just think about the future, Val. Don't let success break up the band. But as he
Stop making me feel for this garbage man. Stop it.
rises higher, things aren't like they were before. And if he glows any brighter, will he see me anymore?
Gotta realize who we missed. Now let's.
Oh, that's so awful. All of that is terrible. And that, like, the toxic relationship of, like, yeah, he's being terrible, so let's help him get exactly what he wants, and then he'll totally pay attention to us.
Show those stuck-up pricks in heaven who's the baddest bitch.
What's going on?
Storm's coming, I'm so fucking scared. What's gotta happen when we go down there? A hard rain is gonna fall down like gravity, like gravity.
I tried to buy us time, but could I have done more?
This is not the time. Ask yourself that question after this fight so that you can do better next time. Right now is not the time to ask this question, girlie.
For the breaking of the dawn.
Okay, harmonies.
And pray the con.
Wow. Is that the end of the song? Is that just the end of the episode? What a wild place to end it. That is truly fascinating. Wow, what a good episode. I'm so intrigued by where we go from here. And it's an even longer episode, so I'm not going to waste any time. Thank you all so very much for being here. If you have joined the Patreon through this series or were a patron before, I want to thank you so much for joining, for being a part of this. And hey, you get the finale in like 5 minutes. Haha! The rest of you, you get the finale tomorrow. We are still making sure we stick to our Sunday, Monday upload schedule. And then, pretty much as soon as tomorrow's episode goes out, that is the last video I am uploading for a whole week, because as part of the economic blackout, to raise awareness for it, I am shutting down the channel and not uploading a video during that time. So I want to thank you all so very much for being here. Thank you so much to everyone who sticks around for my ad rants. I really hope I made a difference in someone's spending habits and what you default to, and just the way we can so easily be tricked into a world of convenience over quality and connection. Thank you all so much for being here. So excited for the finale. And as always, gals, blokes, and all other folks, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.